We share the stories of men and women who have been on the job hunt for months now, and they're former federal workers who accepted the government's deferred resignation program. And some are now running out of money. And one woman told us that she is on the verge of losing her home altogether.
It's a heartbreaking story to hear all these people sharing this. And after the story aired, well, something remarkable happened. We'll let Larry Miller take it from here.
You hear us say often that we are committed to telling stories that inform, inspire, and impact. But that doesn't happen without you. And when one of our neighbors said that they needed help, a very special person answered the call. Thursday, I told you about former federal workers who participated in the government's deferred resignation program.
I'm struggling so hard today. I took the deferred resignation program and have so much regret. I have so much regret.
These men and women took the offer to go on administrative leave until September with full compensation. Then in October, they would formally separate from the federal government. The Trump administration offered the program to trim down a federal workforce they said was too big and inefficient.
I spent part of my day today talking with federal workers, those that have separated from federal service.
I shared my reporting about the struggle of former federal workers to find jobs on Instagram. And it was Pauletra James who emphasized the struggles of private sector workers as well. She shared her struggles as a private sector worker who is still looking for a job months after separating from her employer in January.
I want to save my livelihood and I need to make an income. I don't want to lose my home.
Life has been tough for James over the last 11 months. And after seeing her story, Sheila Jones reached out to me within minutes on Facebook. In her message, she said she was touched by Pauletra's story. As a former federal worker who retired after 35 years of service, she wanted to help by gifting James enough money to pay her mortgage for the month and a little extra for the holidays. The amount, $2,000. On Friday, the two met virtually for the first time.
Hi, Pauletra. How are you?
You saw this story last night, and clearly it touched you.
It did. I watch WUSA9 every day at 6 o'clock, the 6 o'clock segment, and I watch the federal workforce segment that you provide on a regular basis because I was once a federal worker, recently retired in 2024. And when I saw Pauletra's story, it just immediately touched me. And I felt like I need to reach out to Larry. Need to figure out how I can help in some type of way.
Pauletra, you got the call from me yesterday that, I told you probably just minutes after the story aired that I had received a message and that Sheila wanted to help. What was going through your mind at that point?
At that point, it was like, and I shared this with Sheila on the phone when we spoke, was, when the enemy tells you to give up, to throw in the towel and to quit, God simply says, I have you, my child. So it was just very heartfelt, very appreciative, very grateful.
I could be Pauletra at any given moment. But she and I both got emotional last night, so I don't want to get too emotional. But hard times can fall on anyone at any given moment. And I would just hope that if that was me in that moment, someone would see your segment and reach out like I did for Pauletra.
I am going to be just like her when I get back on my feet, and I'm going to pay it forward. I pray that you get, as I told you last night,
thank you,
double the blessing for how you have blessed me and mine.
You're so very welcome.
Larry Miller, WUSA9.
Pay your blessings forward. Isn't that amazing? We just
Amazing.
never know whose life you could touch at any moment.
Yeah, and just a powerful storytelling from our Larry Miller as well.
Absolutely.
Important stories that need to be told.
And hopefully people see this and they realize they're not alone, that there are good people out there who want to help, who absolutely want to help. So great job, Larry, and so great to see them make that connection.